Now time for some of today's trending tickers. You can scan the QR code below to track the best and worst performing stocks of the session with Yahoo Finance's trending tickers page. Let's get to it. First up, Tesla now offering a lease option for its Cybertruck. Options start at $999 per month with $7,500 down. That's for the all-wheel drive model with a cash price of about $80,000. For the Cyberbeast model, leases will set you back more than $1,100 per month with that $7,500 down. Now, the cash price for that one, just under $100,000. What we should also note here is that the upfront cost, the $7,500 down, is essentially the same as the federal tax credit from the Biden administration's Inflation Reduction Act. All of these things considered, if you are able to kind of use your resources and be able to apply for and get that federal tax credit and then put that towards the down payment, then you could be looking at at least for the lower model, $1,000 a month, rough figures here. And ultimately, over 3 years, I think that was the minimum here that you'd be signing up for. You're looking at about $36,000 over that time versus the full price if you were to pay that here. And it's above right now what the average is, according to some Experian data, for what people are paying and people are willing to pay on leased vehicles. And this has been declining across all credit tiers as of Q2 2024. It's somewhere between $586 to $601. That's the larger range that we've been kind of tracking at this point. So well above what the average consumer out there is paying.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think obviously this is very pricey. More so, though, I'm curious what this tells us about demand or lack thereof for Tesla. We know Tesla has yet to break out Cybertruck sales numbers. They lump them in with some of their other vehicles, the Model S sedan and the Model X SUV. But again, as we try to figure out exactly how big of a catalyst, if this is really going to be an ultimate catalyst here for the stock going forward, whether or not now that you have this option here for $1,000 a month, yes, that is very, very expensive for the majority of Americans, but you have to wonder whether or not that is going to significantly boost demand. I don't know, just given the price point and given some of the macro pressures that we are still facing right now. But again, it just shows you the fact that Tesla is taking different routes in order to boost sales of this vehicle. How ultimately this plays out down the line, I think, is anyone's guess. But I do think it has been interesting to see. Obviously, Musk has been very confident and touting the success of the Cybertruck, but the fact that we still don't have the concrete numbers, it's very hard for analysts to try to figure out exactly what that looks like. And also just given the fact that we did see such a backlog on so many of these, so many of the lots now for quite some time.
It's worth noting, Tesla actually already has a model that sits within the second most leased vehicle in the U.S. I mean, it's right now the Honda CR-V that's leading, followed by the Tesla Model Y, and then, of course, you got the Honda Civic after that. So all these things considered, Tesla already has a model that is very well leased within market. It'd be interesting to see what the demand is like, to your point, for this among consumers.